When American pilots first examined a captured Japanese bomber in the Pacific, they were stunned. The aircraft was fast, long-ranged, technologically advanced. But one detail made no sense at all. Its fuel tanks had no protection, no armor, no self-sealing layers. One bullet, and the aircraft turned into a fireball. U.S. pilots gave it a brutal nickname, the Flying Zippo. This is the story of the Japanese Betty bomber and a design choice that doomed thousands. The Mitsubishi G4, known to the Allies as Betty, was the backbone of Japan's naval air power. Introduced in 1941, it was designed to strike far beyond the reach of most enemy aircraft. With a range of over 3,000 kilometers, the Betty could attack ships, bases, and fleets deep across the Pacific. It was this aircraft that helped sink the British battleships Prince of Wales and Repulse. On paper, the Betty was terrifying. In 1943, American forces captured a largely intact Betty bomber on a Pacific island. Engineers and pilots immediately began inspecting it. What they found was shocking. The fuel tanks were simple metal containers. No rubber lining, no self-sealing technology. Even rifle-caliber fire could rupture them instantly. American crews couldn't believe a frontline bomber was built this way. American aircraft used self-sealing fuel tanks. When hit, rubber layers expanded and stopped fuel leaks. The Betty had none of this. One tracer round was enough. Fuel vapor ignited instantly, and the bomber disappeared in flames. U.S. fighter pilots quickly learned, if you hit a Betty, you get burned. The answer lay in Japanese military doctrine. Japan prioritized speed, range, offensive power. Armor was seen as unnecessary weight. Every extra kilogram reduced range. And in the vast Pacific, range meant survival. Japanese planners believed a bomber should never be hit at all. American designers believed something different. They believed aircraft would be hit. So crews needed armor. Fuel tanks needed protection. Bombers needed to bring their crews home. The Betty could fly farther, but American bombers could survive. By 1944, Betty losses were catastrophic. American pilots considered them easy kills. Japanese crews knew the risks, but they continued to fly, mission after mission, often knowing they would not return. Late in the war, the Betty found a final role: kamikaze missions. Its long range and lack of protection no longer mattered. It became a one-way weapon, a symbol of desperation and sacrifice. American analysts reached a clear conclusion. The Betty wasn't a mistake. It was a deliberate trade-off. Range over protection, mission success over crew survival. And history proved how costly that choice was. The Mitsubishi G4 Betty became a legend of the Pacific War. Fast, long-ranged, fatally vulnerable. A bomber that could reach almost any target, but too often never made it home.